Hello, in this video I'm gonna be talking about how I run with a full-time job. When I talk about my running with others, this is usually the question I get asked the most, like how do you manage to fit in your running while you're still working full-time? And I also think it's something that's the case for most people. Most of you here will both have a job and be running to different degrees, of course. But I hopefully by hearing how I do, you can get some inspiration to how you can manage your own time. So to give you an idea of how much I work 37 hours per week and I run around 7 to 8 hours, something like that each week. My first tip is to make running a priority. Before I was spending a lot of time on my other hobbies, for example I was gaming, playing Age of Empires, but now I've had to make running my number one priority, so I have the time to both do that and work at the same time.
This means that I don't do that many other appointments, like social appointments and all kinds of stuff, and I don't use too much time on other hobbies. I play some computer sometime, and well, now I've taken up editing because of this, but mainly I focus on running as like my main hobby. This is also a bit obvious, but I also just try to, for example, use the days where I'm off work early, which is, well, actually only Thursday, but that's today, and that's when I do one of my longer runs. Wednesday I am off work at 5 and I'm home at like 5:30ish. So that day I usually only run like maybe 7 kilometers or something like that. So just trying to structure my time in the best possible way to make it possible to run like the kilometers I want and the workouts I want to do. Another thing that I think is important if you want to get out and do your run every day is to just make it a habit instead of thinking whether it's something you want to do, because there will be days when you don't feel like going out. So if you just know, okay, it's not a question of whether I'm going out or not, I just am, unless of course you're feeling injuries, or if you're like overtrained, you can feel you're really tired, then you shouldn't do it. But otherwise it's non-negotiable. A way of motivating yourself, which is important, is to think about your why. You think, why do I have to go on this run today? And for me, for example, I would say I'm going on this run today because I want to keep improving as a runner, and for that I need to be running quite a lot, and not just the days when I feel like it the most. To motivate yourself can be with having, for example, a reward of some sort. You can have, like, maybe you get a Coke when you go home, or a piece of cake, or just, it can be something healthy as well. You can have some almonds, something that makes you want to get back, basically. Obviously don't overdo this, so you end up not really getting any fitness if you just go back and binge eat, but it can be a good way to motivate yourself.
So as you can see, this is how it looks like my home before I go for a run. I have my almonds ready, my raisins, my peanuts, some fruit, and a glass for my chocolate milk. And in my refrigerator I will have my chocolate milk, which is always being put in there before I run, and then sometimes I'll have a Coke as well, so it's in there just in case. So these are some of the things I look forward to getting back to when I get home, and it helps me with getting motivated. For you it could obviously be different things. It could be some chocolate, it could be a piece of cake, or whatever you like to eat. As you can see here, I'm making some food, and that's to show you how I meal prep for the coming days to save more time in my everyday life. So I make lunch for 3 days, and for dinner we do the same, where it's usually my girlfriend doing the cooking though, but we make dinner for 3 days as well. So this is the end result of my food prepping. I've prepared lunch for 3 days, and this is how I do every week. And yeah, I just make for like 3 days, and then 3 days more, or unless I have leftovers or something like that. But this is the end result. If you don't think this looked delicious, you're probably right, but it's okay. It gets the job done, and it's just an efficient way of cooking that will give me more time in the coming week. Oh, that was such a long day. I'm just gonna go lie down in the bed now. If this is how you do when you get home, then you're making a mistake. Because instead of lying down in the bed, if you want to go running, it's much better to just grab your running clothes and just go run. Because if you first lie down in bed, then you might not get out of the bed again. Something that helps me with managing my running time and my running schedule is this document I have in Sheets. In here I have each day listed, and then below I have for each week how much I run on that day. So for example, in this week I'm running 12 kilometers here, it says 12, and on Monday, and then on Tuesday it's 14, and they have different colors. So 12 is pink, and that means it's a easy run day, and 14 is 14, so that means it's a workout day. And in this document I can easily make sure that I'm running roughly the right amount of kilometers, and also that I have the right distribution of my workouts and easy runs. And for example, I have 0 here because this is a day I had to do some staff meeting for my work and I was home really late, so it helps me just put that in and then see, okay, then I have to run a little bit more the other days to make up for that. This document also serves as a motivation for me because I can look at what I'm doing each week, and I'm a stats guy. I like to see, okay, now I have a big running week and I'm doing this workout of 12 kilometers or something, and I'm doing this big run of 18 kilometers. It's just nice to track my progress all along. I'm also tracking, this is average kilometers and such, so that I have some stats to work with. I can see that through other means as well, but it's nice every day to just get it put in and see, okay, now this week is like that, and so. That will be it. I hope you liked the video and that you found it relevant, and hopefully you can use some of the tips that I gave in the video. If you liked the video, please leave a like, and if you want to also subscribe, that could be awesome. I'll just leave you with run fast, run far, but always run for fun. See you!